Dowse, it ends in a pretty positive 2-1 defeat here to Charlton. What did you make of it?
Excellent for the first half, really, really good. Very competitive, which we lacked last season. Everybody fighting for each other, everybody having a go for each other. And I thought there was times where we were nice to play against last season. We were all nicely, and people never feared playing Dorfer, to be honest, because we were soft touch a little bit. Good players, obviously. I feel a bit more stronger this year, a bit more aggressive, and a bit more in people's faces, and a bit more will to win. And I don't think we're getting bullied that much this season, to be honest. Where I did feel like 8 or 9 times against the Concords of the world and Chippenhams that we got bullied last year, and I can't see that happening. So I was delighted how we've done. Really, really good. 2 centre halves in the first half, and the 2 full backs in the first half were excellent. Tavel, I thought our best player all game, and by quite a distance actually. He was great in midfield as well. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased. So delighted.
Yeah, you mentioned Terrell. We saw loads of debutants out there today. So did they impress you?
Yeah, they did. Obviously, 2 lads centre halves that backed up quite well. Tavel, I thought was the pick of a bunch, to be honest, and Crazy done well. But we get them. It's 2 different teams. We get them mixed into one team. As long as I get the right team out there, then I do think maybe we need one more player. And if we do, then I'm quite confident having another good season.
So we also saw a lot of young players get opportunities second half, the likes of Bolton, Whitefield, who have signed first team deals. So how impressed were you with their performances?
It's pointless bringing them along for a ride. They're usually better just to play the lads in the first half. But if you're not going to have a look at these lads, what's the point of doing it? I thought he'd done very well. Jaden done very well, but got a knock on his ankle. And Box come on, done very well, I thought. George hasn't played right back much, but we had to play him there, and he done when we went to 3 centre halves then and done well there. So yeah, I've got to be pleased with them all. I like young lads coming through as well, and I thought Harvey looked very sharp up there. I thought Harvey was the pick of a bunch up there today. The lad scored obviously, and Wally first half done okay. I thought Harvey was the pick of a bunch, to be honest. So yeah, I'm pleased how it's gone.
Yeah, you mentioned there we played with 2 strikers in the second half and just the 1 in the first half. So obviously a couple of different systems. Did they work how you hoped?
Yeah, because I think again last season, like listen, everybody knows it's going to be a tougher year and bigger budget teams. I've been seeing how I've lost all my players, but we'll compete. And I think last season I couldn't go for horses for courses. I had to play a certain way and stick with it because of circumstances. Now I believe we can go a 4-4-2. I believe we can go a 3-5-2 as well. Things we couldn't do. We matched them at the end, going a 3-5-2. And even when we got somebody sent off, we're still being ambitious where we're at a 3-4-2. And I think what happens this season, I think we can change it a bit more. I'm not saying like we'll finish second top last year, and it's a tough league, but we've certainly got more. I'm not saying better technical players, but we've got more guts about it. And I've noticed that in training. And I think we'll have a go, to be honest.
And in terms of the captaincy, it was Sam in the first half, Harvey took it in the second half. Are they 2 of the candidates you're looking at?
No, not really, no. I just done it because some people come and they say they want to be captain. It's quite a big shoe to fill, Tom Bonner, to be honest, So I'm going to suss out in pre-season who leads by example, who can have a trip to Newcastle and get the lads together, who competes on the training ground, who does it at Dorford way. And one thing about young Sam, he does know how to do it at Dorford way. So that's why I try to maybe nick League Noble for 3 months for a season, because I wanted him. And we've got Charlie here, who's got a little knock, and he's got to come in as well. So captaincy's like we'll let it wait and say on that one. Listen, I'll probably not decide till a week or before start of the season, but there's a few candidates because I've got, like I say, there's a few more guts out there. And Tavel, captain Hampton Richmond, and Jay at centre half is a leader men as well. So I thought he'd done it very well as well, to be honest. We'll have a look at that.
And just to finish, it's now been a year since this fixture last season. So how do you feel it's gone in terms of your impact on the squad and as a club in general?
I think we've had a good year. Haven't we? A good year, I think, and I'll try to get a club together. I think that's the hardest bit, and getting everybody on the safe wavelength. And it's going to take take time to eventually get what I want to get, I think. But I can't be here for 2 or 3 years, that's for certain, because either I'll leave or get the sack. That's how football works these days. So I've got to start what's the matter with budgets? Tough looking at it. If we're losing players down the road or a league down, it's tough look. What are you going to do? I knew what the rules were when I took the job, so we'll do it a different way, and we'll work hard for each other, and we'll battle hard for each other. And I think we'll see out there today there's a lot of people who will have a go for it.
Perfect. Cheers, Dowse.